James Roberts served in the State Department for 25 years with a stint in Mexico. He's now with the Heritage Foundation. James, welcome. The U.S. Chamber of Commerce came up with a price tag in the last 48 hours for what a closed border could cost. They say it's $1.7 billion in lost trade per day. The administration has yet to do its own calculation, and I'm just wondering, is it wise to shut the border before running the numbers, at least on behalf of the administration?
Well, certainly it's understandable that President Trump would be frustrated at this point with the problems at the border. And Congress could have and should have solved these problems a long time ago. And we don't know yet what any impact will be, because I don't think any decision has been made. But it's true that there's a great amount of trade going across that border every day, estimates of $1 million a minute. And so it's a highly important part of the economy. And nevertheless, Mexico should be taking steps to strengthen its own southern border. And Congress could really solve the problem by fixing these lax enforcement of immigration laws, letting people overstay visas, this crazy asylum policy that actually acts as an incentive for people to enter illegally. So there are a lot of things really that squarely fall in the hands of Congress to take this on and solve it.
It is very, very much a conundrum right now. You've got the security question, and people are trying to game how pressing that is. And then you have the trade question. Now, the president won Wisconsin, but they've made it very clear up there that they would be very unhappy were he to shut down the border. I shouldn't say everyone. Let me just say the farming lobby and a lot of the farmers. How much power does the big farming state of Wisconsin and others in the Midwest have in making President Trump think twice about shutting the border?
Well, I'm sure President Trump and his advisors are thinking very carefully about all of these questions, because clearly they have a good economy that's booming. The stock market is back up and humming. They're going into an election year next year. I'm sure that they are thinking about all of these questions very seriously, and they would not undertake any kind of action lightly. So.
Well, let me get to another border battle, and that would be the border of the United Kingdom and Ireland, which is a member of the European Union. It appears that Prime Minister Theresa May, in part 38,000 of this Brexit drama, certainly has decided that she's going to try and link arms with an unlikely associate, and that would be the Labour Party and Jeremy Corbyn, whom she said is not fit to govern. She said that in the past. You've got much of Britain dreading the prospect, Britain business dreading the prospect that the border with Ireland would be shut down during a Brexit no-deal deal. The owner of Kerrygold, a boutique dairy brand, is stockpiling nearly 40,000 tons of product, mostly cheese. I love their butter. But what do you anticipate here as far as the market effect and the business effect?
Well, we go from butter in Wisconsin to butter in Northern Ireland. Certainly, the EU has been very cagey and very sly about how they've played this so-called backstop issue, which has really just laid a trap, which Theresa May, perhaps willingly, has fallen into, to keep a post-Brexit UK in a customs union that would prevent the UK from doing an FTA with us, for example, which would be highly advantageous to both the US and the UK, the world's biggest and fifth biggest economies. And so it's really kind of cynical, and it really is up to Parliament now. They've got to make the decision. They have to deliver what the British people wanted and voted for 3 years ago, which was a break from the EU, a break from soft authoritarian government from Brussels, high taxes, open borders, supranationalism, too much bureaucracy. That's what they voted against, and that's what the Parliament in the UK has to deliver on.
It's a moment-by-moment situation there as well. James, great to have you. Thank you very much for bringing your expertise.
Thank you.
James Roberts.